Hey guys, what's up? It's Giuseppe here again with my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me. So what I have here is I have an N8N chatbot process, and I now have a client that's interested in this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you we're just going to vibe code it out a little bit. We're going to get it together. There's some things that are not loading into the Supabase project. And so I'm going to show you my process. We're going to go into Notion. We're going to save our prompt as a code. I'm going to show you kind of how we jump around here. And we're going to get it set up so that way we can record a product test, put it on my website, record a product test, send that off to the client, and then we're going to sell this thing. So that's the point here. My goal is to try to help you make money online using AI, and not just like try this, try that, whatever. Like, no, let's get into selling. Like, selling is where you're going to make some money. And so everything we're doing here is focused around making some money. Money's good. Enjoy it. It's healthy for you. You're going to love it. Rent covered. It's the best. All right. So here's the flow. I don't want to get too much into the flow, but chatbot receives an if, edit fields, model selector. So this just kind of makes sure, like, hey, if we don't have to use a super expensive model, don't. Great. Dynamic brain. So this is open router. Simple memory, just to help in mid conversation. Get memory. So this goes into Supabase, so that way the chatbot can receive the memories of whatever's happened in the past. And then store memory, so that way when something happens in the conversation, it's going to store the memory. And then the Pinecode vector store and the embeddings, this is where it goes to find the more difficult, like lesser known data stuff that's in the big project file kind of thing. So I'm not going to get into that. If you do want me to, drop a like, drop a comment. I will do another video on that and we'll make it happen. But for right now, I'm going to show you what's happening. So when we do have a chat, and you can see I've done a couple tests here. Okay. What happens is session ID is not saving. Name and email, I think they will save, but I haven't given it up yet. Product question, not saving. I got discuss product savings. Objection concerns, not saving. But room type, travelers, estimated stay dates are all saving. So let's start crossing these off one by one. What I have here is just in my Notion. I just have a simple script here. And I'm just going to, let's just make a little checkbox. To-do list. Okay. Make sure we cross everything off. Session ID, name, email. So let's go. Sorry, let me get my stuff organized here. Session ID, name, email. What else? Product underscore question. And objection concerns. Now we're going to save it exactly how it is in there, so that we don't have to reference it again. Okay. Because this is all really important. So you can see right here, objection concerns, objections they might have to making the purchase. So I think what this is it just doesn't have a good maybe example to lean on, or maybe someone hasn't come up yet in the conversation. So let's start a fresh conversation. Let's go into N8N. Let's open chat. Okay, we're all on the same page here. I'm going to say, hello. Let's watch it work. Hello, last time we spoke, you were planning a trip with your wife and dog. Differences. Okay, so it's actually remembering who I am, which is kind of wild. Let's see if it made anything new. It does take a second to reload in here, but yes. Okay, greeted user. Recap. Okay. Let's say so now what we're trying to do. Session ID, name, email. So name's not saving. Do you remember my name? Muhammad Ali. Thanks, Muhammad. Is there anything? call me Ali. Let's see. Perhaps you have more questions. Yes. Yes. So hold on. Let's see if the name saved. Yeah, name saved. Okay. Email. Yes. I am coming to stay, but I'm not sure if your cabins are too expensive. So this should be an objection, right? It's a cost objection. I understand your concern about the cost, Ali. Oh, so remember to call me Ali. Cabin prices are very dependent on the season availability. Okay, so let's see if it stored the objection. Here we go. Okay, objection is stored. Room type is already stored. Now we need product question. So let's ask it a product question. Yes. So what do we have as a product question here? So maybe that's part of the problem. So name saves, product question, amenities. Okay, so I look at that. We found a little error. Now we just changed this to questions. Instead of like just amenities that they were curious about or want more information about, it's now going to start storing questions about amenities of rooms or the city or booking information that they want more information about. Okay. Or booking information? Sure. So we're going to grab this. We're going to copy it. We're going to come over here. Great. Save. So let's see if we got booking product questions. So the product question we have is amenities room. Yes. Amenities should I book in advance for my family? Come on, get store memory, get store memory, store memory. There we go. Okay. Interested in booking memories in advance? Here we go. Which amenities should be booked in advance? Oh my God, that's so great. So now we go over here. And we did get objection concerns. Right here, cabins are too expensive. So let's cross that off. And we only have a couple more things and I think we're good to go. So we need session ID and email. Now I think session ID is actually going to be something in here. So memory, so this is the store memory Supabase, right? This is where you go into for here. So we have memory, email name, product question, insights, objection concerns, discuss questions, travelers. Yeah, it's not in there. So let's go here. Session ID. We're just going to do this. We're going to go. We're matching it all the way, like exactly as it is. Should be stored here. Great. So we'll check that. And then I think email is already set up, but let's just see. Let's save this just to make sure. Okay. Received tool input did not match expected schema. What does that mean? Problem in Node Smarty Pants. Received input did not match expected schema. What does that mean? Okay. I think they did like a... Was this a thing that helped? I saw it before. I don't know what this is, but I saw it happen before. So let's see. Yeah, I think that was it. I don't know what that is, but it's a thing. Let's see. Okay, well, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it was able to fix it. So now let's have a look. Here we go. Session ID is just ranked as unknown. I'm curious if I'm actually probably just going to get rid of that. I don't think it's super important to what the client wants. And if the client doesn't need it, you're doing too much work, right? Name, email unknown. Everything else is solid. Okay. And if this works, we've officially done. Yep. Actually, so now just while I have you, I don't think session ID is something that I want to be keeping. So is there a way for me to just delete this? No. With that said, it did spook me in here, how that was so weird. So I'm just going to like delete this. I don't think it's something I need to be worried about in the future. But there you go. So now I've shown you kind of, but by the way, first of all, if you have stayed this long, you're a legend. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Thank you for joining me. Please drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know if there's something you're curious in. And as you've seen here, this is just how to edit your chatbot to make sure that you're getting the right information that you need to kind of take your chatbot to the next step and get it sold. Make some money, guys. Let's go. Okay. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe. Remember to come back. You should see here, I think this is I think this is the next video that you should watch from me. And click here to subscribe. Thank you. You're the best.